If you've ever stood in the cleaning aisle at the store, staring at a wall of stove cleaners that cost anywhere from $5 to $15 a bottle, wondering which one actually works, I'm about to save you the trouble. Because that little brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide sitting in your medicine cabinet, the one you probably forgot you even had, can do the job just as well, if not better. And it costs about $1. Hydrogen peroxide is one of the most versatile and underrated products in existence. It can replace a shocking number of expensive cleaners, beauty products, and garden supplies you're currently spending money on. The regular 3% hydrogen peroxide you can pick up at any pharmacy or dollar store is all you need for everything we're about to cover. It's non-toxic, it's earth-friendly, and when it breaks down, it simply turns into water and oxygen. That's it. Americans spend billions of dollars every year on household cleaning products. Walk through any store and you'll see separate products for the kitchen, the bathroom, the floors, the laundry, the windows, the list goes on and on. But what if one product that costs less than a cup of coffee could replace a huge chunk of those? So before you toss another $10 at some fancy cleaning spray, grab that brown bottle and let's get into it. Number 1. Clean your stovetop like a PRO. Let's start with the big one, the reason you clicked on this video. If your stovetop has baked-on grease, burnt food, and crusty stains that just won't budge no matter how hard you scrub, this hack is going to change your life. All you need is about half a cup of baking soda and enough hydrogen peroxide to mix it into a thick paste, about the consistency of peanut butter. Spread that paste generously over the dirty areas of your stovetop, especially around the burners where grease tends to build up the most. Then just walk away. Let it sit for at least 15 to 20 minutes. For really stubborn, caked-on grime, you can leave it for up to an hour. When you come back, grab a non-abrasive sponge and start wiping. You will be amazed at how easily that baked-on gunk lifts right off. The hydrogen peroxide works as a powerful oxidizer that breaks down grease and burnt food, while the baking soda acts as a gentle scrub. Once you are done, wipe everything down with a damp cloth. If you want an extra shine, dip your cloth in a little vinegar for the final wipe. Your stove will look brand new. This works on glass tops, enamel, and stainless steel. Just avoid using steel wool or anything too abrasive, and you will not scratch a thing. People have literally spent years thinking their stovetop was permanently stained, only to try this method and watch those stains disappear in minutes. And the total cost? Maybe 10 cents worth of baking soda and peroxide. Compare that to a $7 or $8 bottle of specialized stove cleaner that might not even work as well. Number 2. Remove blood stains from fabric. If you've ever gotten a cut in the kitchen and accidentally dripped blood on your shirt or a towel, you know how stubborn those stains can be. And if you toss them in the wash without treating them first, forget about it. That stain is setting in for good. Here's the trick. Pour 3% hydrogen peroxide directly onto the fresh blood stain. You'll see it start to fizz and bubble immediately. That's the peroxide breaking down the proteins in the blood. Let it sit for a few minutes, then rinse with cold water. If the stain is still visible, repeat the process. Once it's gone, toss the garment in the washing machine like normal. This works best on fresh stains, so the sooner you can treat it, the better. For older, dried blood stains, apply the peroxide and then gently scrub with a little dish soap and baking soda before rinsing. It takes a bit more effort, but it gets the job done without having to buy a specialty stain remover. One important note: hydrogen peroxide has a mild bleaching effect, so it's best used on white or light-colored fabrics. If you're treating a darker fabric, test a small hidden area first, just to be safe. Number 3. Brighten dingy white laundry. Speaking of laundry, if your white shirts, sheets, or towels are looking more yellow or gray than white these days, 3% hydrogen peroxide is a fantastic alternative to chlorine bleach. Simply add 1 cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide to your washing machine bleach compartment, or pour it directly into the drum during the wash cycle along with your regular detergent. It works by oxidizing the organic compounds that cause discoloration, lifting those stains and bringing your whites back to life. Unlike chlorine bleach, it is gentler on fabrics and will not leave behind that harsh chemical smell. You can also use it as a pre-treater. Pour a little hydrogen peroxide directly onto sweat stains, food stains, or those mystery marks that seem to show up on white clothes. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, then wash as usual. This is especially great for those dreaded yellow armpit stains on white shirts. You know the ones. They are caused by a reaction between your sweat and the aluminum in most deodorants, and regular detergent often cannot touch them. But hydrogen peroxide breaks them down like a charm. Your whites will come out looking noticeably brighter, and you did not have to spend a dime on expensive whitening products. Number 4. Whiten grout and tiles. If the grout lines in your bathroom or kitchen have turned dark and dingy over time, hydrogen peroxide can bring them back to their original color. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and baking soda into a paste. Apply it to the grout lines using an old toothbrush or a small scrub brush. Let the paste sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, then scrub and rinse with warm water. The hydrogen peroxide kills mold and mildew that causes the discoloration, while the baking soda provides a gentle abrasive to lift the grime. For really tough grout stains, you may need to repeat the process a couple of times. But the results are impressive, and you just saved yourself from buying an expensive specialty grout cleaner. Number 5. Disinfect cutting boards and countertops. Your cutting board sees a lot of action, especially if you are preparing raw meat, poultry, or fish on it. Even after washing with soap and water, bacteria can linger in the tiny grooves and scratches on the surface. Hydrogen peroxide is an excellent disinfectant for this purpose. Simply pour or spray 3% hydrogen peroxide directly onto your cutting board and countertops after cleaning. Let it bubble and fizz for a few minutes because that means it is actively killing bacteria. Then rinse with clean water and dry. For an extra level of protection, some cleaning experts recommend a 2-step approach. First, wipe down the surface with white vinegar, then follow up with hydrogen peroxide. Used in sequence, not mixed together, this combination is highly effective at eliminating harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli. It is non-toxic and food safe, so you do not have to worry about chemical residue on surfaces where you prepare meals. Number 6. Clean baked-on crud from pots and pans. We've all had that moment where we forget something on the stove and come back to a pot or pan with a layer of burnt, crusty residue that seems impossible to remove. Before you reach for a steel wool pad and risk scratching your cookware, try this instead. Mix hydrogen peroxide with baking soda into a paste, the same combination we used on the stove, and spread it over the baked-on area. Let it sit for a while. Give it at least 30 minutes, but an hour or more is even better for really stubborn messes. When you come back, use a scrubby sponge and some warm water. The baked-on stains should lift right off with minimal effort. This is especially great for baking sheets and cookie pans that have built up layers of grease over time. The peroxide-soaked baking soda pulls the grime right out, and you will actually see the paste turn brown as it absorbs all that gunk. It is disgusting, but deeply satisfying. Number 7. Make a do-it-yourself mouthwash. Here's one that might surprise you. 3% hydrogen peroxide makes an effective mouthwash that can help kill bacteria in your mouth, freshen your breath, and even brighten your smile over time. Mix equal parts 3% hydrogen peroxide and water. That part is important. You want to dilute it. Swish it around in your mouth for about 60 seconds, then spit it out. Do not swallow it. The peroxide works by killing the bacteria that cause bad breath and gum disease. It is actually a common ingredient in many commercial mouthwash products, so you are essentially making your own version for a fraction of the cost. Many dental professionals acknowledge that hydrogen peroxide can help with teeth whitening as well, since it acts as a mild bleaching agent that breaks down surface stains on tooth enamel. However, it is important not to overdo it. Using it a few times a week is plenty. Overuse can lead to tooth sensitivity or gum irritation, so moderation is key. If you have any concerns, talk to your dentist first. Number 8. Sanitize your toilet bowl. Nobody enjoys cleaning the toilet, but hydrogen peroxide makes it a whole lot easier, and you do not need to buy those expensive toilet bowl cleaners loaded with harsh chemicals. Pour about half a cup of hydrogen peroxide into the toilet bowl and let it sit for at least 20 minutes. For a deeper clean, let it sit for a couple of hours or even overnight. Then scrub with your toilet brush and flush. The peroxide disinfects and helps break down stains and mineral buildup. It is non-toxic, so there are no harsh fumes to worry about, and it leaves your toilet sparkling clean. If you have ever used one of those heavy-duty toilet cleaners and had your eyes watering from the fumes, you will really appreciate how gentle hydrogen peroxide is. There is no chemical smell at all, and it is safe to use even if you have kids or pets in the house. Number 9. Wash fruits and vegetables. You may not realize it, but the fresh produce you bring home from the grocery store can carry dirt, pesticide residue, and bacteria on its surface. A simple hydrogen peroxide rinse can help. Add about a quarter cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide to a sink full of cold water. Place your fruits and vegetables in the solution and let them soak for a few minutes. Then rinse everything thoroughly under clean running water. The hydrogen peroxide helps remove surface contaminants without leaving any harmful residue behind. Because remember, it breaks down into just water and oxygen. It's a much safer and cheaper option than those fancy produce wash sprays you see at the store. Because hydrogen peroxide is non-toxic, it is perfect for cleaning the inside of your fridge, a place where food safety really matters. Spray the interior walls, shelves, and drawers with hydrogen peroxide. Let it sit for a few minutes to kill bacteria and mold, then wipe everything down with a clean cloth. It does not leave behind any chemical smell or residue, so you will not have to worry about it affecting the taste or safety of your food. It is a simple, effective way to keep your fridge clean and germ-free without any specialty products. Number 11. Treat root rot in houseplants. If you're a plant parent and you've ever dealt with root rot, you know how heartbreaking it is to watch a beloved plant slowly decline. Root rot is usually caused by overwatering, which creates oxygen-deprived soil conditions where harmful bacteria and fungi thrive. Hydrogen peroxide can actually help save your plant. Here is how it works. Hydrogen peroxide is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. When it breaks down in the soil, it releases that extra oxygen molecule, which helps aerate the root zone and creates an environment that harmful bacteria and fungi cannot survive in. To treat root rot, mix 1 part 3% hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water. Remove the plant from its pot, trim away any visibly rotten roots, and then water the remaining healthy roots with the solution. Repot the plant in fresh, well-draining soil. You can also use this diluted solution as part of your regular watering routine for indoor plants. It mimics what happens naturally when rainwater, which contains small amounts of hydrogen peroxide, reaches the soil. Just do not use it at every single watering because it can also affect beneficial soil organisms over time. Use it as a treatment when you spot a problem, not as a daily habit. This same solution also works wonders for sanitizing pots and garden tools between uses. Spray or wipe them down with undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide. This prevents the spread of disease from one plant to another, which is especially important if you have already dealt with a fungal infection in your collection. Number 12. Get rid of garden pests. Aphids, spider mites, fungus gnats. If you have a garden, you have probably battled at least one of these pests. Commercial pesticides can be expensive, and they often contain chemicals you may not want near your food or family. Hydrogen peroxide offers a natural alternative. Mix 1 part 3% hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water in a spray bottle, and spray it directly onto affected plants. The solution kills soft-bodied pests on contact and destroys the eggs of fungus gnats in the soil. It also has antifungal properties, so it can help combat powdery mildew, sooty mold, and other fungal issues that plague gardens. Because hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, it will not leave any toxic residue on your plants or in your soil. It is approved for use on both indoor and outdoor crops, making it a safe choice for organic gardening. Mildew. In the bathroom is one of those problems that just keeps coming back, especially in warm, humid climates. Those mildew removers at the store can be pricey, and the fumes can make you dizzy. Here is a better approach. Pour undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide into a spray bottle and spray it directly onto the mildew. Do not water it down for this one. You want the full strength for maximum effect. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, then scrub with a brush or cloth and rinse. The mildew should come right off. For recurring mildew, spray the area after each shower as a preventive measure. It will keep the mildew from coming back without any harsh chemicals. Number 14. Clean mirrors and glass. If you're spending money on glass cleaners, you can stop. Hydrogen peroxide works beautifully on mirrors, windows, and glass surfaces. Mix equal parts water and hydrogen peroxide in a spray bottle. Spray the solution onto the glass surface, then wipe with a lint-free cloth or a paper towel. It cuts through smudges, fingerprints, and grime, leaving a streak-free shine. It's incredibly simple, incredibly cheap, and you are not breathing in ammonia or other chemical fumes while you clean. Number 15. Disinfect sponges. Kitchen sponges are breeding grounds for bacteria. In fact, studies have shown that sponges can harbor more germs than almost any other item in your home. And a dirty sponge just spreads bacteria around rather than cleaning it up. To disinfect your sponges, soak them in a mixture of equal parts hydrogen peroxide and warm water for about 10 minutes. Then rinse thoroughly and let them air dry. This kills the bacteria lurking inside the sponge and helps eliminate that musty smell that old sponges tend to develop. Do this every few days, and your sponges will last longer and actually do their job, cleaning things instead of contaminating them. Number 16. Brighten dingy floors. Over time, floors can start to look dull and dirty even after regular mopping. Hydrogen peroxide can help restore their brightness. Add half a cup of hydrogen peroxide to 1 gallon of hot water and use it to mop your floors. Because it is such a mild solution, it is safe for virtually any floor type, including tile, vinyl, linoleum, and even sealed hardwood. The best part? It is so gentle that you do not even need to rinse afterward. Your floors will look cleaner and brighter, and you did not have to buy a single floor-specific cleaning product. Number 17. Clean and deodorize trash cans. Trash cans can develop some truly awful odors over time, even if you use liners. Bacteria builds up on the inside surfaces and creates smells that just will not quit. After emptying your trash can, spray the inside generously with hydrogen peroxide. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, then wipe it out with paper towels or a cloth. The peroxide kills the odor-causing bacteria and leaves the can smelling fresh. You can do this once a week or whenever you notice the smell coming back. It is a whole lot cheaper than buying scented trash bags or deodorizing sprays. Number 18. Sanitize kids' toys. If you have little ones, you know that toys end up on the floor, in mouths, and in all sorts of questionable places. Keeping them clean is important, but you also do not want to use harsh chemical cleaners on things your kids are going to put in their mouths. Hydrogen peroxide is a safe, non-toxic option. Spray toys with 3% hydrogen peroxide, let them sit for a few minutes, then rinse with water and let them air dry. It is especially useful during cold and flu season when germs are spreading like wildfire. You can also use it to wipe down doorknobs, light switches, and other high-touch surfaces around the house. As you can see, that little brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide is one of the most useful things you can have in your home. From cleaning your stove to saving your houseplants to freshening your breath, it does an incredible amount of heavy lifting, all for about $1. One quick tip before you go. Always store your hydrogen peroxide in its original dark brown bottle. Light breaks it down and reduces its effectiveness over time. Keep it in a cool, dark place and it will stay potent for much longer. So the next time you find yourself reaching for an expensive specialty cleaner, ask yourself, could hydrogen peroxide do this? Chances are the answer is yes. Try some of these hacks and see the results for yourself. You might never go back to those pricey store-bought products. This channel is all about sharing practical, common-sense tips that help you stop wasting money and get more out of what you already have. We share ideas like this all the time, so if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use these tips. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe so you do not miss out on our next video. Your wallet will definitely thank you.